Alright, here we go. We're back from the first episode where we basically just crash landed and decided where we would settle. Now we need to find some food, and conveniently there's one bush of berries here, but as you all might know, that one bush won't last us very long. As a normal human being, you can't really feed from one bush, so we'll go with orders and harvest this bush. And I think there's some more over here somewhere. Probably. Let's see. Let's just double click on that bush. See where others are. Oh, there are some over here. Oh, those haven't grown yet. Okay, so there's some more over here and here. And I think rhinoceros is not an angry animal unless you provoke it. So we'll just get these berries before the angrier cousin of the ostrich goes after them. And yep, that's how we're going to get our first few rations of food going. Just have Mallory gathering some berries, and apparently she needed to take a little break to relax. What is this? Giant Rafflesia. 89% grown. Looks like we can harvest this. Looks kind of like that one Pokemon. The first gen Stinky Flower thing. Which, of course, I don't know the name, because when I was small, like a small boy playing Pokemon, I played in German. Because if you couldn't tell, I'm clearly, quite clearly, I'm German. Alright, get some more food. What time is it in game? 21. So it's 9 in the afternoon. Let's see her schedule. She's going to go to bed after this haul, which is okay. There are some more berries over here to pick up, but that's alright. Okay, so while she's sleeping, we're just going to take a look around. We probably want to go in here. Let me see. Her mining is okay. Yeah, we could start mining, but I would actually like to have a plant some things for. Oh, planting is her big. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we'll make a growing zone. And since we are in the tropic area, that's going to be quite easy to pull off. I think since we'll use this area for building and defenses, we can just put the fields over here. So I'll take a nice area. That should be enough for now. And we'll have her making... I think potatoes are fine for now. You know, can't go wrong with a few taters. And she's off to get some more of those berries. I think that's all of them. Okay. So once that's dealt with, we should think about production. So we will need a crafting spot, which we can just put conveniently inside of the house, so it's a bit sheltered away. And then, well, we aren't really hunting, so a butcher table isn't that important yet. Sculpturing, hand tailoring, and that's all. All of this is not really important right now. So she's planted her first potatoes, which grow quite fast. So the next thing is we'll make another little field over here, and we'll tell her to plant something else, which I think we are going to go with strawberries. I think she had the skill for those. We'll see. Yep, she does. Okay, and then we'll put down a horseshoe pin, because apparently people in this game like to play horseshoes. So, there we go. And then, under temperature, it's quite warm out here. Alright, this is 22 degrees Celsius, 21, so this is all like a nice warm summery kind of thing, but we will need the campfire anyway to make some food. And since there's plants all over here, we're just going to put it on the rock. Have it a bit aside so it doesn't set anything on fire. And then we'll start cooking meals forever, which she will only do if she has the ingredients. And right now she's relaxing socially by herself because she's a psychopath and she doesn't have any friends. And she's going to sleep. Okay, so we've got some food set up and we have a little bit of wood and enough food to last us for a few more days. So I think the next day can be clearing out this place. She's making the berries into proper food now, which is good. It's more efficient, usually. I don't know the specifics, we could check the math, but... Yep, and we got a little pop-up. We need defenses. Also, she is not happy because she's naked, but that is going to fix itself at some point. Alright, cutting down the wood. Also, it's colder inside, so while she's working, I'll set up another little stockpile over here. And this one is only for food. And in the other one, we do not allow any food, so she will take all the foods inside. So they are safe. And a little bit cooler, because the 2-degree difference can already make a change. Is the wood rotting away outside? Of course it is. So another thing we can do is we can put a roof over this. So the wood is a bit sheltered. What was this? Yep, I don't need all of this. Okay. Marcus learned, that's the thing. So, okay. Hunter lacks ranged weapon, that's the thing. We haven't crafted a ranged weapon yet, so in case she'll have to defend herself, we could actually make a weapon. Which isn't a bad idea actually, so we'll add a bill for a short bow. Also they can make smoke leaf joints in tribal wear. What does tribal wear need? 60 ingredients, okay. Probably some kind of leather or cloth, which we don't have. But we'll have Mallory making herself a short bow, so she can defend herself somewhat. Which is also good, because people attacking her will have to go through quite a mess. Okay, she made a short bow. And she stored it, because why would you equip it? There we go. And she's wandering around aimlessly because she's done all of her jobs. Which means we'll just go with orders again and have her chop more wood. Because in the end we want to have this entire area inside free of trees. Low medicine, that's the thing. We could go and look for some medicine. There is wild growing medicine sometimes, if we are lucky. Which it doesn't look like we've been lucky here. I know the kind of plant I'm looking for. And it's a very blue thing. The snake is just eating a rat. Okay. Also these are fun. These are animals called boomalopes. If the name didn't tell, it's a mixture of an antelope and boom. If you kill them, they explode. I think there's also an information text. Engineered for chemical production, the boomalope grows a large sack of volatile chemicals on its back. Though it is weak and fragile for its size, other animals have learned to avoid it because of the huge explosion it produces when it dies. It can be milked to produce gem fuel. Very carefully. Yep. So we've gotten extremely unlucky, and found ourselves on a map without any healing root growing so far. Which isn't that great, but we'll have to make do. Maybe we can trade something for a little bit of healing. Sometimes traders come up. Oh look, there's the first event. Over here, those are the events, and you have detected a cluster of cargo pods crashing. Perhaps you'll find something useful, and those are components. They are worth quite a lot, but right now we can't even use them because we don't have anything. We are basically just fresh crash landed in the jungle, cutting down the trees all around our house, setting up a small plantation. Yeah, you can see where this is going. Bringing civilization to the wilderness. So is this still deteriorating? Yes, because it's outdoors. So we might want to just make a second room here. So we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a wall. Oh, we can't. Oh, okay, we can't put a wall there. Never mind these then. Is the ground here soft? Oh yes, it's marshy soil, it's not normal soil. Okay, so we'll just make the shed a little smaller, I guess. Keep it classy. So this is 1, 2, 3. No, I have to count like this. That's 3 up, so that's 3 across. And this makes a square, but that's going to be too small, so we're going with a nice, what's this, 5 by 7, which does have some nice numbers, because aesthetics are important to survival, apparently. Also, we'll need some more roof. And there we go. We'll also put up 1 line of roof around our house, which will probably cause it to cut down some more trees. Yep. And then we can also place down some nice wooden floor in our storage. And also expand this stockpile over here, so that wood can be stored. And now she's going to put all of the wood inside, and as you can see, it's no longer decaying. If it's outside, it says deteriorating because outdoors and unroofed. So the roofs actually helped. I remembered something like that. So as we can see, Mallory's stocking up some resources, putting some wood in the dry, growing herself some potatoes and strawberries. You know, we could actually just add another 4x4, not of potatoes. Let's pause before she gets to it. Sometimes they are a bit hasty. And we could actually grow some rice over here. And then if we look at her skill in plants, it's 8 by now, which is quite good. So what we can make to make money and then have medicine. Or we could just... Can we already grow medicine? Heal root. Yes! We just have the 8 to grow heal root. That's good. Because this means we can make a lot of heal root. And heal root sells for quite a lot of money if you meet the right traders. High-tech people don't really care for it, but if somebody from a tribe comes by, we're going to be able to sell it for a good chunk of silver. Which silver is the currency in this setting. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. As you might have heard, my voice is going quite raspy because I've been talking to people already half of the day. The refreshing H2O. So, she's run off somewhere. Hauling components. Okay, she's getting the stuff from the drop pod over here. Oh. Some animals fighting. And she's planting the healing root. This is really important, because if you look at the healing root, It's a slow-growing plant, which isn't that good for us, but it yields herbal medicine when harvested, and sowing and harvesting heelroot are both very labor-intensive tasks because of its delicate shoots. Heelroot was selectively bred for centuries by settlers. It's sometimes called healer's hand by tribespeople. A nickname it owes to its 5 major medical virtues. Medicinal virtues. So it burns really well. I don't really see what the 5 virtues would be, but it's going to help with bleeding out and stab wounds and stuff like that. And we are probably going to get stabbed at some point, looking at this guy over here. Which you'd think the horn on the head is the dangerous part, but the most dangerous part is actually that they have massive claws. And we've got a meteorite. And it's made of silver, which is good, because silver is the currency, so basically we just got a lot of money dropped on us. I'll wait with queuing the mining commands, because I want our Maori over here to set up the heelroot first, because as we've just read, heelroot really takes a long time to grow. So there she goes. You can tell this is quite exciting. It's actually just a nice, calm game to relax to. And I think this is the kind of gameplay that you would probably watch to like have it run in the background as you do something else, like playing a game of Hearthstone or whatever you will. I'm not sponsored by Blizzard, but Blizzard, if you're watching, I just mentioned Hearthstone, reach out. Lend me a hand, you know. I don't need a sponsorship, but a few card packs for Hearthstone would be nice, maybe. Alright. And she's going to bed, she didn't finish her job, but we're going to stop here for this episode and start recording the next one.